to hand you a sword here in just a little bit. You're going to make sure it's real. You're going to let everybody know. Can you do that? All right. Now, guys, we're going to do a little pre-show here. We have the lady sword swallower out here. She's the youngest female sword swallower in the world today. We're going to have the amazing Erin. She's going to be eating some fire out here on the front stage of the World of Wonders. Now, how many of you ever seen a fire eater before? Now, how many of you ever seen a sword swallower before? The same people. How many of you want to see a sword swallower and a fire eater? All right, the people who didn't raise your hand, you can go on to the rides. We're going to do the pre-show up here for everybody else. Now, Erin's going to get these torches lit up because she's a fire eater here. And she says eating fire is just like eating ice cream, just a little bit different because it's so much hotter. Now, she brought with her today her favorite two flavors, chocolate and vanilla. And she's going to get the torches lit up. She's going to get them nice and hot because she says the hotter they are, the better they taste and the easier they are to eat. She's going to eat the fire up here, and she's going to get them burning nice and hot. Now, in a second, she's going to be eating that fire, and when she does, you're going to see why all the guys on the Midway say that Erin gives the hottest kisses. And while she's getting those torches hot, real quickly, I'm going to introduce everyone to Grace. Grace is the youngest female sword swallower in the world today. She's also one of only 4 female sword swallowers alive in the world today. And she's going to be swallowing this sword right here on the front stage of the World of Wonders. Now, this sword is about 20 inches long. This sword is not sharp. The point of swallowing swords is not to put a sharp sword down your throat. The point is to put 20 inches of solid steel into the human body without injuring yourself. And that's exactly what Grace is about to do. Now, Paul, you're going to be our assistant. It was Paul, right? All right, now before I hand you this sword, there's a couple rules. First off, don't touch the blade because it has to go in Grace's mouth, and it's already been down her throat quite a few times today. That's just kind of nasty. Second off, don't hit it on anything. We don't want to ding the blade up. And the third rule is the most important. I don't think I have to worry about this with you. You don't look like you've been drinking. Don't poke anybody with it. All right, here you go. Take the sword by the handle. Now, Paul, is that sword heavy? It is. Now, is the sword made out of metal? All right, Paul, the last question is the most important. Would you shove that sword down your throat? No way. Absolutely not. Neither would I. That's why Grace is here. Because she's a professional sword swallower. We brought her here from Las Vegas, Nevada. And today you're going to see her do it right here on the front stage of the World of Wonders. It's a free show to welcome everyone here to the fair. And what I'm going to ask everyone to do, since we have so many people back here, everybody take a few steps forward so all the people in the back can come up here. Everybody take a few steps forward. Come on up here, guys. If the people in front of you don't want to move, go around them because this is a free show for everyone. If you want to see it, come on over here so you can see what's going to happen. Now, Grace is going to swallow this sword. It's going to go in her mouth. It's going to go straight down her throat, past her heart, past her lungs, all the way down to the bottom of her stomach. When it gets all the way down to the bottom, she's going to bend over. She's going to open her mouth, and you're going to see that that sword goes straight down. Now, Paul, you're sitting right in front. If you look close enough, you might see what she had for dinner tonight. Now, she's going to get ready to swallow this sword by loosening her throat up. Because if she doesn't properly prepare her throat before she swallows the sword, it could severely injure her. And if that happened, it would ruin her career. She's a professional. This is what she does for a living. It's how she makes her money. And right now, everyone out here, you're all going to get to see it for free right here on the front stage of the World of Wonders. Now, as she gets ready to swallow that sword, Erin's going to get the torches nice and hot. While they do that, real quickly, I want to take a second to tell everyone about the big show behind us. The show is called The World of Wonders, and it's the strangest show on earth. Inside the big circus tent, you're going to see all the strange people, the weird people, the curiosities and oddities, all created by Magic Illusion and Legerdemain. You're going to see everything that you see on these pictures back here behind us, from all the way over there to all the way down around this corner. They're all inside the big tent. Over 12 live acts, performers from all over the country. You'll see performers like the Human Blockhead. He takes nails and pounds them into the center of his face. You might recognize him from Ripley's. He takes ice picks and screwdrivers and shoves them into the center of his skull. And when you see him, you ask yourself, how does he do that? How can he take that pain? Well, there's an old saying, where there is no brain, there is no pain. And Paul, when you see Screwy Louie, you're going to know he's a brainless, painless wonder. You're going to see Volterra, the electric lady, a beautiful young woman born with an immunity to electricity. And inside on our stage, there's an electric chair. When she sits in that chair, center, we flip the switch, there'll be electricity flowing through her whole body. If you watch closely, you're going to see sparks flying from her fingertips. We even put a light bulb in her mouth that lights up when she touches her tongue to it. You're going to see the magician doing the illusions. You'll see the pain-proof man laying on a bed of nails while the fat man sits on top of him. Tweedledee is our fat man, and he's over 500 pounds, 109 inches around. He's a professional wrestler from Florida. And this man's thigh is bigger around than my waist. And when you see him inside, he's going to dance and shake it all over the place. He's the funniest, fattest dancing man you're ever going to see in your life. And we call him the human waterbed because that's what he looks like when he starts moving around. You're going to see all the divas of danger, like the lady knife thrower. She throws knives around a human target. The whip cracker, she cracks a whip just like Indiana Jones, just with nicer legs. You'll see the contortionist twisting and turning her bodies in ways unimaginable. They're all inside. You're going to see a world champion sword swallower. Inside, he swallows swords, sabers, and bayonets. And tonight, when you go in there, you're going to see him swallow a car axle from a Model T Ford. And it goes straight down his throat, from the tip of his tongue to the bottom of his stomach. And when you see him do it, you're going to understand why he's a 6-time Guinness World Record holder. They're inside, they're on the stage, and entertained. Now, Grace is almost ready to swallow this sword, so there's only one person I want to point out to you. And you can see a picture of him right there. It's the gentleman in the green vest doing a handstand. That's a picture of DJ Shorty. Now, DJ Shorty is the world's shortest DJ. He's also the world's only living half man. He was born with nothing from the waist down, and when you go inside, he looks exactly like that picture. He's 100% real and alive, and when he comes running out on the stage on his hands, he dances, he does handstands, you won't believe your eyes. He was created by the hands of God, not by the hands of man. And when you go inside, you're going to see him, you're going to know he's one of the most amazing individuals you're ever going to see in your life. He's inside, he's there from Daytona Beach, Florida, and he's on that stage. That's what those people were in there yelling for just now. Now, the last thing I want to point out to guys of this show, you can see how big it is. The only small thing about this show is the price of admission. And normally it's 6 tickets to come into the big show. But tonight is Monday, and we have a Monday Madness special going on. Right now, it's only 4 tickets. 4 tickets pays the way for children and adults because this is a family-friendly show. So if you already have your tickets, go ahead and start lining up over here. This gentleman's going to let you in. If you have your tickets, go ahead and line up because we only let people in for the next few minutes while the show starts. So go ahead and line up, start getting ready to go in. These folks are ready, so line up behind them. If you need your tickets, you get them right there from the ticket booth. Come on over here, guys. It's showtime right now. Watch as Erin's going to eat the fire. First the chocolate, then the vanilla. Give her a little bit of encouragement, guys. Come on. And now on the hatch without a scratch, that second torch goes out just like that. All right, give it up for the lovely Erin. Now watch as Grace swallows the sword, and you can see what happened to her tongue when she learned how to do this. There was a little bit of an accident. And that sword's going to go over her lips and past her gums. Watch out, stomach. Here it comes, straight down the throat. And as she bends over, you can see it go straight down. And did you see what she had for dinner? It was pot roast. You're absolutely right. Come on in, guys. It's showtime right now. The show starts.